A new prison pool means we have to go ahead and get into some farming. So let's go ahead and talk Phantom Shogun, but also see who is in this rotation and why is it tempting me. Hey you guys, it's Cece. Welcome back to my channel. We have the new Prism Pool rotation coming around, which is Savage Summon Pool event. And with this does come the headline champion, no other than Raphael. Now, thankfully, I recently got Raphael in the deck of fates that was going on. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to grab him, and I ended up doing that event actually with most of my souls, well, all of the soul stones I had. Ended up getting 2 immortal, I think an eternal, and I think I ended up selling a bit, but I didn't end up selling any of my mythics or legendaries. I know some of you guys were saying maybe I should. I didn't end up doing that though. I did end up, however, using whatever extra energy that I had in my inbox, and then I ended up using some gems as well. But it was definitely all worth it because I did, of course, go ahead and get Raphael. I just have not pulled Raphael yet. I am awaiting for the right moment to actually go ahead and pull him essentially. But at this point, I might do it soon because I really want to try him out with some of the other turtles that we've got. But as mentioned, he is actually the headline champion for the summon pool. And I will say with some of the past summon pools they've had, the headline champions, if it is somebody from TMNT collab, has been 1.5%. But in this case, he's a full 2%. So normally I would look at this and be like, yeah, strong pass. But then I looked into the other legendaries and Ratos, the Lost Room is back. And you guys have been trying to get my hands on this champion ever since I went ahead and I pulled this champion. So I would actually love to go ahead and pull Ratos. But I mean, the chances of that are kind of, I mean, they're slim, let's be honest. But there's a few other reasons I'm tempted in this summon pool. Number 1 would be Thor. I don't have him on this account, have him on my other one, and he was low-key kind of game-changing for me there. He's been super helpful essentially anywhere that I'm using him on that other account. Another one, Cheshire Cat, great champion, good attack, one that I would absolutely love. And there are some other ones on here as well that I'm like, hey, I really would not mind these champions. I don't have the other ones. I don't know if I want Throat Ripper because I don't have Shyx. So, I mean, probably not one that's standing out to me. But I showed you the ones that were ideally my top one being Ratos, the Lost Room. With every Prism pool, however, though, we need to look at the epics and see who would we want out of here. And honestly, you guys, a very easy answer for me. Her. Want her. I need her for Mikage. I think I sound like a broken record at this point when I talk about how much I need to pull this champion. Realistically, I'm missing 2, but she is part of that puzzle, which would be nice. Geomancer, I've actually pulled 2 of here, so not a champ I'm necessarily needing. As for some of the other ones, I mean, wouldn't mind Allure. I don't have her, and I could definitely build her and use her in a few different places. She's a champ I have mentioned as well before. Her turn meter decrease on the first is really nice, so one that I can use in a few different places. And again, there's a couple other champs in there that are nice, but those are my standout ones. And while we're here, can we talk about how beautiful this all looks? I love when they theme it, loving the Halloween theme. Yeah, I was really happy to log into the game and see that the other day, and I was like, ah, yes, beautiful. Make this look nice and pretty for us. But yes, the tournament. So to go ahead and get this Prism pool, if I don't want to go ahead and spend, it is a Gear Ascension tournament. Now with the Gear Ascension tournament, I am essentially like, I'm mostly out of luck when it comes to this because the top one being 6,900 points. And to go ahead and do this, you want to be able to farm pretty far down in there. And I'm not far down in there, you guys. It's not like, it has to be worth it for you to actually go in here and use your energy to go ahead and essentially farm it, which would be stage 25. I'm not near that on either of them. But I mean, there's a couple other ways that I can kind of farm if I want to. If we are doing a cost analysis on actually going ahead and farming in here, as I said, stage 25 is ideal, but the amount of points you're getting to energy, it's actually stage 16. So I'm not far off from that. I mean, ideally, I could probably go in and do that and get that and be able to farm it. The question is, do I want to sink energy into it? How much energy am I willing to burn through here in order to actually go ahead and get this Prism shard? Although I will say, like, I've pulled legendaries from them in the past, so that part is definitely tempting, I will say. And since I haven't actually farmed this with my new team, I don't know how fast I can actually go ahead and do this. So I think the first thing would be to see how fast I can actually farm stage 16. The good news is Raid actually gave us a champion that is perfect for Phantom Shogun, and that is actually Michelangelo, because he does have a taunt debuff, and the taunt is really great against this boss. If you were also playing previously, then you may have gotten Alice. She is another good one that you can actually bring into here. So there's a few different champs and techniques and strategies that you can use. But I will say, including Michelangelo is a great start, and I'm glad that they gave him us for free because he's actually a great champion. I ended up trying a few different teams and a few different strategies, and it really depends, of course, on what champions you have. So I have Prince Kaimar, who is really good for Phantom Shogun. So he's a champion I'm using. You also want someone that will be able to keep up with heals. That is where my Cece comes in. So I kind of focused on those two and built attackers around them. Next, I brought in Whisper. She is one of my favorite epic champions. She does ignore defense. She has that chance of multi-hits as well. So Whisper, I bring her in every dungeon, and she was a must here. And my last two, I actually played around with this. So I did mention Michelangelo earlier. So he was a champ that I brought along, and I figured why not also bring Donatello? That is another support champion who can help support Cece as well. Plus Donatello plus Michelangelo, both of them get to attack when each other attacks, which is perfect. And I will mention both my Donatello and Michelangelo are still at level 50, but they actually managed to do this better than any other champion that I really had. Is this team the fastest? I'm gonna say no, but that is two of my champs being level 50 and still kind of working on them. So I think I am gonna put them to 60. I have been wanting to anyway, just a matter of building up enough fodder to actually do so. But this team is actually working for me, and currently, as I said, not the fastest, but I think these are the champs that I'm going to use. I did try Alice out in there, and she did okay, but it was just a slower runtime for me. So again, it is gonna depend on what champs you have. But I will say, I think part of my favorite in this team is having the taunt from Michelangelo in there, and then the support from Donatello. I definitely feel like they work. And honestly, you guys, if I already pulled my Raphael, I would probably try him out in here as well, because I feel like all three would work. And on that note, I'm pretty happy I at least got 3 of the turtles, because I'm seeing more and more where I can actually use them. I think the next place I'm going to try to build them out for is going to be seeing what they can do together in something like Clan Boss. And of course, that's with 3 turtles. I would still hope to get Leonardo, but even if he doesn't join in with them, I'm happy with the 3. So here's to say, if I do go ahead and go for the Prism, hopefully it's not Raphael and it is Ratos. But would I make use of 2 Raphaels? I feel like that could definitely work. Mine were just test runs. I haven't gone ahead and like concretely done my team yet. Am I gonna run it with 2 of those turtles being level 50? No, I'll definitely put them to 60 now that I have the fodder to do so. But that was only a few runs. It was 152 points, so I can definitely get my 6,900. It would just cost me a little bit more energy to do that. Maybe I'll keep an eye on it, because usually with my Gear Ascension tournaments, not a lot of people in my roster, I don't know what you want to call it, my group, actually do it. So I might be able to just snag at least one of these top 3 spots. Ideally the top spot, but one or either the first or second I might be able to do. So I think if I make even just slight improvements to these champions, then that's going to be enough for me to actually go ahead, at least grab that spot, and then maybe get enough for the Prism shard to actually go ahead and pull during this event. 4 days going on for this, and then 2 days for the Gear Ascension tournament itself, which again, I mean, Raphael could be good in there, and it's kind of making me just want to pull him already. But I've mentioned this before, there's a right time to actually go ahead and pull fragment champions. Ideally, if it is during a fusion and during like a champion chase, it allows you to get it from the fragments itself and not just shards or anything. I mean, that's obviously the most any way I could get points for it. Otherwise, during a clan versus clan, of course. So I don't just want to pull him just on a one-off. But the more that I'm seeing these turtles together, the more it is kind of tempting to want to be able to use them. And I want to try them out in arena and in, of course, multiple areas of the game. So I think that'll really be the next step for me. But I will say, I mean, I'm happy I can at least do 16. That seems to be the place that will make the most sense for me for right now anyways to farm. If you download Raid Shadow Legends using my link, I'm actually going to start you off with the free legendary champion on day 1. And then at level 10, level 20, and level 30, you'll get yourself an epic. That is 4 amazing champions that you can get just by downloading using my link. That is it for today's video. I want you guys comment down below and let me know, who do you use for your Phantom Shogun team? And are you planning on pulling during this Prism pool? Leave the comments down below, and be sure you guys subscribe, as I am a video a day, as well as posting on my community tab. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!